Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you episode number 15, the official start to the Cranberry County Regional Airport. The smallest airport build I've ever done, but the most detailed. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Welcome to my channel. Welcome all the newcomers. Welcome all of the binge watchers. If you are new, the first thing that I need you to do is subscribe to this channel. There's so many of you that watch that are not subscribed. So use this opportunity to subscribe only if you like what you've seen previously, or if you watch this and you're like, yeah, I can get on board with that. We call our subscribers the hashtag Candy Fam. So join the team. One thing I'm gonna plug, I never plug anything, but I have to for our airport episodes because this gets seen by the most people. Before we get into the action of what we're building today, I want to let you guys know about a cool project that I've been working on. It's called designcandy.tv. Check out the website. There's some really awesome things that I've been working on and awesome updates that will always come. Again, that's all I will do in terms of plugging it, but go ahead and check it out. That is designcandy.tv. Head over there for some merch, some cool updates. Cool things are happening. All right, let's get into the episode. Today is the airport, obviously, right? So let's talk about what we're going to do. What I'm showing you right now is just for your viewing pleasure. None of this actually sticks. So in my brain, I go through 4 or 5 different concepts, and then I put those 4 or 5 different concepts literally on paper. Shout me out below on social media. Actually follow my social media, but shout me out if you guys want me to show you like the sheets of paper. I could take a picture so you can see my process. But what you just saw was from the paper to the game, and about 2 different layouts of this airport made it to me actually building the game. So I did want to include that in there. Again, rewatch it. It's super short. It's literally like 2 minutes. So rewatch it. But that was one of the layouts I was rolling with. It had a big time highway access. It went over the highway. You're gonna have like 2 terminals on each side of the highway. It was gonna be legit. But it didn't make it. I didn't like how it looked. I actually did a full concept. We recorded probably 7 hours of content that I just deleted because I wasn't feeling it. And I want to give you guys the best builds ever, right? So yeah, that layout didn't make it, but I wanted to include it so you guys can see it. This episode is based off of the Southwest Florida International Airport, or Southwest Florida Airport, not an international airport. I call it Fort Myers. Most people call it Fort Myers. The official name is the Southwest Florida International Airport. So that's the build, loosely built off of that. The layout is exclusively built off of that. I obviously took some liberties on myself to build it, but that's what we're going for. Hopefully you see on the screen right now. And yeah, so that's really my inspiration. I'm gonna try to stick to the guns and get kind of close to it. The one big feature, and I actually been to this airport a long time ago, probably like literally maybe 3 years ago. And I loved it. It was super small, regional style airport, 2 or 3 terminals, I believe. 1 international terminal, which made it kind of unique because you had the big old jumbo jets. But yeah, if you know anything about that airport, shout me out down below. I would love to know if I'm close, if I'm kind of close. If you live in Florida, like, what do you think about it? I think that'd be kind of cool. You guys would probably roast me, but hopefully I'm in the neighborhood of close, right? I look at people's City Skylines airport videos and just, man, I just go back to the drawing board. There's some really great airport videos in the history of City Skylines. If you're into this type of thing, check out FBS. That was a cool collab series between the Squagohausen, Strict Toaster, and Fluxtrans. I remember when that came out. That came out actually when I was building the other version of Cranberry County's, or excuse me, Palm Islands Airport. That's when that premiered. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, check that out. Palms Time has a really cool airport there's an episode that just came out. Check him out. $2.20, of course, has a legit airport for Springwood. I looked at that when I was making this as well. So if you're into this type of thing, go check it out. Really quick, just format for these. We're gonna do shorter episodes. That one, people wanted shorter episodes and more of them. So we'll probably do 3 more airport episodes and then be done. This episode is exclusively working on the outside of the airport. Probably this one and the next one. As you can see on the screen now, we're using procedural objects. That's a mod. Really cool. I'm trying to create some atriums with this existing mod. It turns out pretty well in the end, so stay tuned what we're building here. But right now we're going to focus on the gas station. Every airport that I've been to, or most airport, I'm not going to say every airport, but most airports that I've been to have like this cell phone lot / gas station. You know when you're at the airport too early and you got to pick somebody up and you can't stop by the terminal. So that's what this is for. I know there's not another entrance on the other side of that. I thought that was kind of hilarious. So we have to add another entrance so you can do the official loop around. But that's the purpose of this gas station. And again, if you come to the airport super early and the person you're picking up, you know, their flight hasn't landed yet, that's the purpose of this gas. Obviously too, rental cars, if you need to get some gas for the rental car. Typically this gas is stupid and expensive. It always is, like legit 30 cents more than the normal gas that you would get at a regular gas station. So that's the first thing you are greeted by when you drive into the airport. I will at some point create some sort of big, huge sign. I'm working on that now. I have my 3D modeling software out. I'll include it actually, I'll include some sort of screenshot or a time-lapse video of me creating that sign. We're gonna use Adobe Illustrator and then put it in some modeling software. I have 3ds Max, so you know, wish me luck guys, because I'm not a 3D modeler. And yeah, the last 3D model that I made was back in Palm Island. It was the Palm Island Transit Authority, and we made signs and just big old Palm Island Transit Authority like signs and features. So that was one of my first successful, you know, mods. And in this game, we have a couple custom things, excuse me, in this series. So I don't always like talk about what we're doing custom wise and just let you guys kind of figure it out. This series we had like most of the university with the university signs. We talked about that. The bus routes, we've talked about that. But even coming up in the next episode, when we tackle the rental car area, some of that stuff is custom because I didn't want a lot of liveries on some of the overhanging parts. So make sure you check that out. But yeah, I feel like I'm rambling. I just really love this build so far, and I love where we're at in the series. Man, if you are new, make sure you go back and binge watch everything before you know, you're already 8 minutes in, but binge watch everything before you move on, so everything is in context. We strategically placed the airport episode at episode 15, and so everything leading up to this should all make sense. Now I know let's address some of the things. I know a couple of the comments that I'm already gonna get just because the hashtag CandyFam gets super excited. You guys will already tell me that this airport is too big. I know this airport at scale is crazy. It's too big for a county airport. It's like a baby international airport. Now that being said, we've always built Cranberry County as if it was in a region of a major city. So if you keep that in mind, the scale becomes not so bad, right? So for instance, Cranberry County would be the county of a major, like of a Palm Island or Apple Mountain Valley, for instance. You know, those are just 2 series that I've done, but it would be in the same state as a Palm Island, right? In the same state as an Apple Mountain Valley. It's separate, but it's still a part of one larger region. So that's kind of how you think about it. If you think about it that way, and that major city, wherever this would be placed, didn't have a major airport, you know, that's how it looked. Again, similar to Fort Myers Airport. Similar to that, you have a region that needs a pretty decent sized airport because the closest airport would be, you know, 80 miles away or hundreds of miles away. And so you could fly into here. There's enough gates to make flights reasonable, Or if you're connecting in the region and you wanted to go to the big city, you could connect in and at this airport. So that's kind of my idea behind it. Again, you guys can rip it up if you want to. I encourage you to. So yeah, let's talk about the next episode. So this episode, again, it's kind of short. It's about 17 to 18 minutes here. We're going to try to stay under 20 minutes. We might go over, honestly, guys. The next episode's there's a lot of things to tackle. So this might be the shorter one out of all of them. And we still are doing so much. We're starting to lay out now of the front part of the airport. And this is what's going to be the parking lot. So make sure you're watching right now. It gets good. If it's already not good, it gets good. Oh man, I love it. I love it. I love it. But we're going to build. Okay. So parking structure for this airport. Again, look at South Florida. I got to figure out what that name was. Anyway, you saw it earlier, but look up the airport that I showed earlier on layout, specifically layout. So we're going to build the terminals, the drop off and pick up terminals right now. And then on the other side, that will be the rental car parking structure. Now it's very interesting because you would think, okay, airport parking garage leads to airport parking, right? If I have a garage, that means I park in the garage. This airport was very, very interesting. And this is pretty common. I know Phoenix airports like this are kind of like this. Their building's actually in a different location off property from the airport. It's probably the same property, but the parking structures for this airport are actually for the rental cars. So next episode, I'm excited because we're going to build like a whole rental car apparatus built pretty much off of my screenshots, but we're going to build a whole like network of rental car companies right next to each other. They have lots. They have just bunches of cars. They have where the cars get washed, where the cars get serviced. I haven't seen a build like this yet in City Skylines. So I'm super excited about the next episode. It's purely based off of rental cars, and it turned out awesome. I can be honest, I didn't know what I was building before I built it. I was going purely based off of Google Earth and looking at that structure. I'm like, okay, maybe that's where they park. No, it wasn't where they parked. It's where you would go to pick up a rental car. And what's really cool is you guys can see when we get there, there's a building across the way from the terminal buildings, right? So you get dropped off at the terminal, and then across the way, there's actually a whole rental car terminal, if in a sense, right? And so you go to this terminal in this building across the road after you come out of the airport. And we also have bridges. So you would go to that terminal to go pick up your reservation or make a reservation for a rental car. So pretty crazy. You can see it's building that building right now. So really cool, really crazy. I do want to really quick get a comment in. So if you didn't know, every episode or most episodes, we try to get some comments and questions in from the last episode. So right now, get your comments and suggestions in right now for the next episode. Next episode, there will be a lot of time to answer questions. We're going to dedicate it to answering questions. But this question comes from Carmen Shields. Shout out to you, Carmen. Carmen says, watching from Virginia, I stumbled across your videos because I like City Skylines content, and I've seen a lot of your content showing up recommended for me lately. I love your Cranberry County build and kind of wish I knew your full mod list myself. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much, Carmen. The sad, simple fact is I don't have time to do a mods list. That is not an excuse. I am working on it. For people that know how to create a mods list, you literally have to select every mod one by one in groups of 8. I have 4,000 mods. Once I got past like episode 3, I immediately regretted it because I have a bunch of mods that I most likely don't even use. But to do that, it's gonna be a task. It's gonna be grabbing some coffee, sitting down. I don't drink coffee, but you guys get what I'm saying. Getting something comfortable, sitting down in my City Skylines recording kind of studio, and just sitting down and doing it. It's on the whiteboard, the infamous Design Candy whiteboard, and I will do it, Carmen. I will at some point. So a lot of the mods are similar to my Palm Island collection. I did take the time to do that, so if you're searching for it, go ahead and check that out. Thank you so much. That's it for the comments. I know we got one in, but make sure you get your comment suggestions, questions below, and then make sure you hashtag CandyFam so they float to the top. I always do the most popular one or the one that sticks out to me. So yeah, that's going to wrap up this episode. Well, we're getting to the end. We're not wrapping up just quite, but we're getting to the end. I just want to, again, make sure you guys check out designcandy.tv. Really cool, awesome stuff happening there. Exclusive things for my hashtag CandyFamers and awesome merch. If you guys are interested in supporting that, that would be amazing. I want to drop like cool merch. Right now, it's more brand merch, but in the future, I want to do some stuff that you actually like wearing. I hate merch that like people don't wear, and we're small enough that we can kind of experiment. So if you have any ideas for t-shirts, hats, anything that I should create, let me know below. I would love to do that. So that will end this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. This is Cranberry County, the first official episode of the airport. I will see you guys in the next episode. All of the binge watchers, the next episode is up. All the weekly viewers, we'll see you guys next week. See you soon. Peace.